What's his name is at Mikey.
No problem. You got G there, man.
I haven't got the G there, babe.
Where's that?
That's at. Why do I put it in but then it
You
goes?
need to press the name, sweetheart. You're
Oh
not
yeah, I was
the name.
pressing. No, I was pressing.
Pressing the name, babe.
No. I knew I needed to do this long time, you know. He's right here. I just need to press the. Did everybody come on early?
Are they ready?
Sit back there. I need to know. Let me send me a request and see if it comes up. I wanted to do this long time. I said this.
Afternoon, friend. Yes, yes, yes. Afternoon, my early birds. Hi, Mark. Yes, blessed. You gotta change that name. I can't even repeat that name. Seriously. My man's name's like Demon, this, FU. You gotta change that name, man. You need a new name. This is reflection and inspiration hour. Let's see. Just joined. Lovely for everyone that's just joined. Lovely. I'm gonna be playing some tunes in the background. Last time, all this copyright stuff just kind of messes you up. We just want to be able to enjoy ourselves and play lovely music. Nice. High afternoon. Wow. Tell me what we back in the finger and told you. What's that about? What was that gonna change? Gonna change nothing. Well, we can bring people on and we're not gonna change a thing. The show goes on. The show goes on. Okay, I'll change it back. What did you have it as the first place? And I'd like to ask you something about that. What is it about that name that you've named yourself? Where's that coming from? Okay, just let me know that. Why did you create that name? Because we often attach names to ourselves. Because Mandamon Road, they call themselves all these different names: Killer, Cutthroat, Masherface, all these kind of names, yeah. And you know, requesting your live. Now, did you see someone put that? Oh, okay, you did. Oh, okay, sorry. There it is, baby, on top.
It's fine. I don't want to accept me. I want another guy to come on.
And you want to make sure that you can do yours.
Okay.
We're just trying to, that's why we're coming a bit early. We're trying to make sure we can get when people request. Waiting. Aha! Yes! So why is it speaker? What is it? Okay, so we're testing it out. Yes, Mark, big up. Was that say again? Yes, Mark, big up.
Okay, that's fine. So
we need you in action, babe. I'm pressing you on about that crazy ass name I just see. Yes, I am talking about that crazy ass name that you just see. So I'm just asking my man about, you know, why, hi everyone that's joining, why would you have a name that's called Demonic Demon Fuck You? I just wanted to know what the background with that, what was the thought process behind it, you know, are you a big fan of demons? You know, is that how you feel about everyone? Or it's just like you. You know, I just want to know a little bit more. I just like understanding people. You know, I ain't, you know, judging my man. You want to put demonic whatever, that's you. I just wanted to understand what it was about, that's all. So share with me that name. We got a few minutes. You on this? Nice. My lovely assistant. Thank you. The problems and the McCrest. Who else? Paul Bryden.
Everyone's not going to come at the same time.
Okay. Cool. Yes, Aisha.
Easy.
Lovely. So we'll be bringing you in at exactly about 5:10, something like that. About 10 past. We'll give you a shout. We're just testing things out, Mikey, making sure we're all good. All right, champ?
Yes, mate.
So I'm excited that it actually worked this week. Because everyone else's works, and then when I go to do it, it's all messed up.
Right.
I'll get straight back at you, all right, brother?
Do you want me to re-request you at about 10 past? Because I have to do it then. Yeah?
Yes, you can do that. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
All right, brother? Beautiful. Thank you. Mikey, the problem. Once the show starts, I'll let you know a little bit more about that. And that's King Kyan, just looking up to the heavens in the background. One of my favorite privileges. Hello, mate. Hat CB. What do you say? I like the name because it represents
That's
me.
Casey.
Yeah, I know who it is. I'm trying to read it, sweetheart. I also like demons because of my anger issues. ADHD. You like them. Okay, that's really interesting. So that creates more questions. You know, what is it that you like? You know, what do you get out of the whole thing with liking it? You know, what's it all about? I'm trying to position me correctly, but you know, I can't help it. So it'll be nice to have a chat with you more about that, my man. Mr. Demon, fuck you. I'd like to be able to have more of a conversation about that. So you'd be quite happy if someone just shouted, "Hey, Demon," and you go, "Yep, that's me." Hello, Daz. Paul lives again. We saying Pete? Yeah, we got some of our guests that are coming on today. They're already on the line. Hello, Daz. Yep, she's right here, mate.
Hi, Paul.
Right here, mate. Right here. Lovely, jubbly. Let's see.
All right, we can kick off, Mr. Prince.
Is it 5?
It's 5 o'clock, and if you're ready to go, you can go.
Can we get some music, please?
What music would you like?
The same tune that we were playing before. I was like singing and going mad to. You was telling me off.
Lean on me?
Yeah.
You can't want to do that.
So we're gonna. Can I have this baby? Because I've got my points and stuff. So we got Lean on Me. Last week we had Love. This week we got Lean On. Let's get it. You know you gotta catch a vibe. So Insta needs to squash this copyright thing and just let us play the music, you know, and just enjoy ourselves. So Lean On Me just got awesome words to it. And I'm not gonna subject you to what I subjected my wife to earlier. She was like, "Babe, it's too loud. It's too loud." Yeah, we got the music.
We all have pain.
All of us have pain. All of us have sorrow. But if we're wise, we know that what? We know that there's always tomorrow. I will argue with that, but I won't right now.
When you're not strong,
I'll be your friend. Carry on. It won't be long. Somebody to lean on. We need someone to lean on. Swallow your pride, man. And that's why I'm here. I'm here for that today. The reason why I've created this platform, because I want to be able to serve my community. I want to be able to give back. And I want to give you guys a platform where you can share your stories. I believe that people have got powerful stories that impact on other people's lives. And I believe that you guys, all the listeners, are very influential people within your community, within your area, within your family. You have a big impact on others, but we hide our stories. We keep our experiences and our hardships to ourselves. And that leads other people to think they're alone. You are not alone. You know, that's what this platform's for. It's for you guys. I want to promote young people that are out there in the community doing good stuff, focus on being constructive, using their skills and gifts to think in a beautiful way. The mind that God's given us is so powerful and beautiful. We don't have to be conditioned to sell drugs because we're from whatever area that's not affluent. Wherever it is, north, south, east, and west, we've all got areas that within that, you know, it's not giving us the opportunities that we would like. But that doesn't mean that we don't have it. This is for my young people out there and anyone that has that belief. Because remember, it's not just young people that has that belief. It's the older people that has that belief, and it's the system that has that belief that puts us in the box, that makes our young people now believe in what we believe in. That we need to have certain things before we can be able to have the opportunity to do other things. And it's not so. History shows us we've had a string of people that have come from nothing, have got nothing. And what they use is what's in here, whatever gifts they have. And if they don't, they use determination, the belief, the determination to be able to get somewhere, to create what it is they want. That's why I just love the whole concept of us being made in our Creator's image, because He is all powerful. He's able to create things from nothing. And if you dropped us on an island, we would start finding ways to be creative. Let's look through these notes. And to be honest, I don't believe in it, man. Cool. And we would be able to create something out of nothing. This brain is unstoppable. And guess what? We're just not physical. We're also spiritual. And that's what separates us. So we look at each other and we see our physical, we look different, but we have our spirit that really separates us. Put two guys in the ring who both trained for 12 weeks to prepare for a fight, who are both doing great, both unbeaten. What's going to separate those two guys? The spirit of them. You know, who wants it more? Who's willing to do more? Because sometimes the skills are on point together. It's the spirit that's able to draw down deeper and believe more, that is able to get the victory. And that's why I say that we're all fighters. So don't think that you are not. You know, God, He will never fail us. A fact and a truth. That is so true. That just threw me a bit. Team Congo, yeah, brilliant.
That's what I said to not read. Just keep talking so
Yeah.
you're flowing, and I'll draw your attention to what's necessary.
Yeah, I like to be live. I like to be live.
Because someone is saying that you should go live with him.
Okay, cool.
And he said you'd like to be live, but okay.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. What's the time now?
It's not. We haven't got time to bring it on now.
So I've got a program that's really set. I'll tell you what the program's about a bit today. What one? Come. Say hello to everyone, man. Look, see, Shy, you know. My boy Shy. Can you believe it? He got shook and he walked off. I said, "Come, D'Angelo." Do you know what I'm saying? This is the future. So listen, big love to you, Mark and the fam. Penny, bless you, Penny. Much love. Thank you, my darling. Yeah, I want to thank everyone that's the Client Prince Foundation been supporting all the work we've been doing. People people behind the scenes on KPF doing what needs to get done to make things happen. Me in the front lines, like a football team, everyone's got their position, but without everyone doing what they're doing, we don't get the victory, we don't get the results. So I just want to always on this platform thank everyone at the KPF. I want to thank everybody that's come on today, because without you, there's nothing. I'll probably still chat to myself, but without you, there's nothing. And I'll just chat to my wife, and we'll both be being silly and talking to each other. But we get something out of it, you know? And I think that's what shows that you really want to do something when you do it regardless. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, pugilist, much love to you. My man Tony coming in. Yeah, so I just want to thank you guys. I want to tell you a little bit about what I've got for you today. So we're going to kick off the show with a wonderful guy named Mikey, The Problem. He is a professional boxer. We'll be discussing with him about, I'm not going live. Okay, no problem, Mr. Demon Man, no problem. We're not going to, well, we can organize this, okay? So we can actually go live with Demon. Yeah, I won't say the rest, but we can go live with you.
Another time.
We love the both of you. Beautiful Sharuk. Thank you so much, my darling. Sharuk is a wonderful insurance lady that could take care of all the business for you in that era. So we're going to have a live with Sharuk as well one day to let you share with you what she does and how most people don't utilize the opportunity to take care of their family, to ensure their life and stuff like that. And then when they're past, they've left all the problems with the family. So I'm going to have a little live with Sharuk on another occasion. Maybe we'll do it next week. Sure. And she can give everyone an opportunity to understand more about that, take those things seriously. We got...
Ask Mikey to come in.
Yes, let's ask Mikey to come in. Mikey, could you join us, please, on this live so we can have a chat? What we want to do, we want to encourage everyone, we want to share with everyone that everyone's going through a tough time right now. And we want to give people an opportunity to share their struggles, share their stories. Mikey, I've sent a request to be in your live show. Well, let's get you on, Mikey. Let's bring in Mikey. Because what it is, there's some real struggles going on here. Are you ready to turn the camera on?
Yes, mate.
Yes, my brother. You good, Mikey?
Yes, all good. All good.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for coming on board, bro. Like, I know I don't personally know you that well, but I was talking to my guy H. He's introduced me to you, and I want to be able to give you a platform because I think that there's a lot of young guys out there who are interested in boxing, a lot of boxing fans out there as well, and a lot of people who see fighters coming up and they look at the telly, see them on TV, and we create this mind and this thought that, you know, all the fighters are doing well and just because they're on telly and it's all brilliant. But I invited you on because I wanted you to share with people, you know, what life's really like for fighters who are good prospects, who have the potential to become world-class champion beaters, and what the struggle is. I like your belts in the background, Mikey. That's really nice.
Room for some more. There's room
more.
For some more.
Of course there is. There's always room for more. You're going to have to get a cabinet, bro.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is the struggle and the real everyday roles that you have to play and the things you have to go through. You've got your family to take care of. I want you to show the reality of the struggle, because I remember mine, but I want to let young people see that this is what it's really like. So what's your current record at the moment?
So I'm 19-0. I'm the former WBC Youth, WBC International and WBO European champion.
Excellent.
I'm ranked 6th in the world by the WBO.
Brilliant.
So
who you signed with, Mikey?
MTK. I'm with MTK.
Yeah, MTK is wonderful. I love them to bits. I love what they're doing. They're always supporting good causes. They supported my first show that I put on, boxing show, Jabbing Not Stabbing, motivation and just having fighters on. But give everyone a bit of a background. I want to ask you something. What made you decide that, you know what, I want to be a fighter, because it's not a job you're going to see in the job center.
No.
You know, it's not a job that you're going to, you know, be sent a piece of paper. Someone says, yeah, come in, you could take this job, how's the hours? What started you on this journey?
So I was always going to be a professional boxer when I grew up. Like my dad's held a professional license for nearly 20 years by the British Boxing Board of Control. So it was like a family business for me and my younger brother.
Interesting.
My younger brother's also a pro as well. So we was always going to turn pro as soon as we was old enough.
So what are you saying to me, that if your dad had a license and all the paperwork and he had his company as a plumber, it could have been that direction?
Yeah,
it's just
exactly. Yeah.
Wow, that's really interesting. Wow, that's really interesting.
We were boxing. Like I knew how to shape up 4 years old. Like really young, and I had my first amateur fight as soon. I think it was like a week after I turned the age to be able to compete. You know, so I was always going to be a boxer. I've done it my whole life.
Do you remember, were you consciously, or was it just growing up into that? It was like natural, or was there? Do you remember when you made a conscious decision, like, this is me?
My conscious decision probably came at 14, 15. That's when I started properly training, like when I was in like the championships and things like that, because I was a lad. I played for like my school football team and a local football team as well, but I weren't that good, so I got to sort of an age where I had to pick one or two if I wanted to be successful, and I was a lot better at boxing. So yeah, that's when I first took it really serious.
Excellent. Do you remember what it was like when you first went in? I know you was young, so it must be different, because I went in at 21. That's really different. So my whole start to boxing was very different to yours. So what's it like being a young kid starting boxing? What age was you in your first fight?
So you had, at my age, the rules change all the time, but for like my sort of age group, it was 11 to compete. And I remember getting carded the day after my 11th birthday and fighting the following week. Looking forward to it for years. Like, I've been in the gym for years at this point. Got to the day of my first fight, getting warmed up, and I looked at my dad and was like, oh, I can't do this. It was like the scariest moment of my whole life. I was shaking. I got in there and I won the fight, but it's all a blur. I don't really remember any of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So when you really got to that hurdle that you was looking forward to all that time,
yeah,
the adrenaline, the nerves, everything. So you started realizing that from a young age, you had to face your greatest fear.
It was horrible. It was horrible. And to be fair, even to now, the nerves never go. The nerves never go. Like, I've been competing 15, 16 years. Like, the nerves never go. It's just you grow with it.
What's the key, Mike? What did you do if the nerves never go? Because there's lots of listeners here, yeah, and they suffer from the same thing. But fear seems to cripple them from whatever it is, because boxing is no different than anything else you want to face and do, where fear stops us, yeah? So I'm saying out to you, what did you do? What was able to help you to get from being so scared to being able to still face it every time?
Hard work. Hard work. Like say that I'm in a training camp and stuff like that, I'd cut no corners whatsoever. My dieting, I always turn up on time, and by the time the fight comes, when I'm stepped on them scales and I know in my head that I haven't cut any corners for the last 12 weeks and I've done everything I can, I'm mentally bulletproof.
Beautiful. So what you're trying to share with everyone and let them know is, basically, because you've done everything you could do in your power, it actually helped to release some of that fearful adrenaline, because you know, I don't have questions about my part and what I've got control of. I've dealt with those areas, so now let me just go in and do my work.
That's exactly how it is. My hard work. It's my hard work.
Beautiful. So doing that continuously, because I want to demonstrate to people that practice makes perfect. And it also, we never hear this, but it makes comfort. It makes you a bit more comfortable than you was before. Because whether you're a plumber, a construction worker, you know, you work in the office, whatever it is you're doing, because you are comfortable in that area and you get better at it and you're used to it, it kind of alleviates you from some of the fears that you first had in the first initially, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
So this is about reflection and inspiration. So we're being inspired by you right now to know, because I deal with fears all the time. I was just like you. Every single time I went in the ring, I was battling with me. Do you feel like that, Mike? Like you're not battling with the opponent, it's more about you.
A little bit, you know. Like I'm from quite a small fighting city of Portsmouth.
I hear
Like
you.
when I first turned pro, I had to do it the hard way. I couldn't sell tickets. I had to pay to be able. I didn't earn a penny for my first 10 pro fights. I had to take opportunities and big gambles when they was given to me. So like I've been in the away corner and won in the away corner. I've beat XDB boys. I've been in a good few 50-50 where people don't expect me to win.
Brilliant.
And I thrive off proving people wrong.
Nice.
And that's why I became successful, because that fuels me.
Good. So listen to your belief system. You thrive of proving people wrong.
Yeah.
When you go in the ring and you know everybody out there doesn't believe you're going to win, all you need is that belief that you're going to win.
Exactly.
And I'm the guy that turns over the apple cart. I'm the guy that tears up the script. So with that belief, wow, you know, it's scary how far you can go with that.
Yeah.
Because you're sounding to me like you understand work ethic and you understand the belief, the mindset that's needed to get you as far as you want to go to.
Yeah.
So there's no ceiling. So the reason why I'm repeating this is because there's so many people listening that could take, even though they might not even be boxing fans, but these are life lessons. This ain't specifically about boxing.
Yeah.
We're talking about life. We're talking about life skills here. All right, bro? So everyone listening, bless. Take some of these lessons that Mike is sharing about how his mind thinks, yeah? Great stuff. One of the things I was kind of jotting down and thinking is about how boxing's changed lately, yeah? And you were talking about how hard it is for you to come up. But boxing's changed on a level where social media's changed the game.
Yeah.
So let me give you an example. Ryan Garcia fought Luke Campbell recently. Now, the way they're going on about Mikey Garcia is like he is a superstar, Ryan Garcia. Yeah. It's like he's a superstar, thank you, Danny. And like for me, I've watched him carefully as a fighter, and I've seen so many flaws in his footwork. He doesn't even have the discipline to keep his hand by his chin while he's throwing punches. Why do you think Luke Campbell sparked him? If that was a tank, there'll be no recovery for you.
Yeah.
Okay? Those tanks come in there with supreme confidence. I don't think Luke had that kind of confidence, and I think that's why Garcia was able to win that fight and walk him down, take the fight away from him. British level. Okay, someone said Campbell's British level, but for British level, he's doing pretty well, bro, amongst the world-class guys, because he fought.
Too much hype before the gun.
Yeah, someone else saying too much hype, and this is what I'm saying. There's so much hype behind these guys that they're not being able to put the work in, Mikey. You know, they're not doing, and what's happened, social media's changed the game, and they feel like big superstars, but Mikey's done it through doing all these flashy things on his Instagram accounts, all his other accounts, and that's brilliant. But because of the following he's got, I've listened to an interview the other day with some of the Zone commentators, and they were talking about him with De La Hoya and Tank and all these, and I was saying, wow, like, how could they talk about this guy like he's like a same class as De La Hoya? That might be in a business sense, but not in a boxing sense. De La Hoya was a way better fighter than
So
Garcia.
what do you want to see, Mark, when these young ones come up and boxing? What do you want to see?
I want to see fighters being more schooled, being better schooled, and not being blown, the gas being blown up their ass because they've won some fights. Garcia hasn't beat anyone yet. So how does he think he can go in there and mess with Tank? Tank will ruin his career. Tio, that guy Tio will crush him. And what happens to young fighters when they get beat down like that? It's not good for their careers. So you got to school them right. You got to look after them and develop them. Do you feel like you're being schooled right? And do you feel the pace that you're being taken at is the right pace, Mike?
Yeah, I think that I should. I'm ready for the next level now, me. Like I've been in seven 50-50 10-rounders, and I've hardly had to get out of first gear. Like on paper beforehand, this guy's gonna beat me. This guy's gonna beat me. They're all big tests, but when it comes down to it, I'm beating them quite easily. So for me, it's hard because the next sort of levels, all the guys on the big platforms like the Chris Congos who I've called out lots of times. Conor Ben, Josh Kelly, they're on the big platforms.
You will fight these guys, Mike.
Yeah, I'll beat them. I'm ready to beat them guys now.
So how come you can't get these fights, Mike?
Because on the they're on the big platforms, they don't have to fight me. They're on the Sky and stuff like that. They don't have to fight me. They're getting given they get to pick and choose who they fight. I'm an awkward southpaw that make good fighters look very, very bad. So they're not giving me my chance. I deserve my chance more than any of them guys. If you look at
we're talking about the politics of boxing here, right?
Exactly. If you look at my last 5 opponents, they've got a combined record of 72 wins and 4 losses. Right.
So we need fans then to push this agenda for you as well.
Exactly.
Talk about this fight because we want to see you challenging these guys. Why aren't they fighting you? They're claiming to be the best, but they haven't cleaned up domestic. That's it. They've got the name on contact. So they're claiming to be the best, but they haven't even cleaned up the guys that are calling them out.
Exactly. I've got the best CV out of them all. Right? I've got the best record out of them all.
To this platform, and we could talk to him about that as well and see how he feels about making that fight. Would you like to make a fight with him?
I'd love to. I've been on a few lives with him before, and all he ever said, because I say, right, my phone's on for you, Chris, and all he ever replies is, you're acting like you've got no credit, right? That's the only thing, like, do you know what I mean? I was prepared to get straight back into the gym. I fought in October to fight him in December, and he chose a different route.
I hear you, Mike. I hear you. Okay, we're going to try and help to push that for you, man. Because I know Congo. He's a good guy, Chris. And I'm quite sure he'd be happy to fight you, bro. So we're going to push him.
I've sparred him before, Like, I've got a lot of respect for Chris, but you can't start going around saying that you're the best welterweight in the UK when you want the best. I'm the best.
Yeah, what you need. Last question. Okay, beautiful. Listen, what the people really want to know is challenges that you face in your day-to-day life at a time when there's all these issues and problems to try to handle. You know that you're not getting the fights you want. You're not selling tickets, and boxing's about selling tickets, and boxing's about viewers. Okay, so we want to get the right fights. We want to sell tickets, and we want to fight regularly.
Yeah.
COVID's just messed up the whole game. How are you surviving through this period? Because this is what people are struggling with. So we want to know the struggle of fighters at this period. So 1, what's your challenges? And 2, how do you survive through it? What's your solution to it?
Well, firstly, I've got great sponsors that have stood by me throughout the last year, helping me live, So that's the first thing. I'm very blessed to have good sponsors. But like, I was due to fight last April, and it was 3 weeks. I was in camp 3 weeks before we went into the first lockdown, and everything was cancelled. And then for a good 2-3 months, I lost motivation to train. Like a lot of boxers would say, I was training solid throughout the whole thing. I wasn't, you know. I wasn't training. I was eating what I wanted. I was drinking what I wanted. And I put on a lot of weight until I got the phone call. I managed to fight in October. So about a couple of months before that, I got the phone call. I had to lose a lot of weight for it. And like, I won the fight. I beat an unbeaten guy from Scotland. But since then, I know my career is on the verge of catapulting to great things, right? I'm in a real good position. So from that, I've made sure I've been in the gym, and all the mistakes that I made in the first lockdown last year, I haven't this time, you know. I've made sure I've got myself, like, I've set myself a limit on weight. I've been, like, running all the time. I've been training solid ever since my last fight. So I've come into the new year ready to go.
Good. So you're telling us that what you've learned from the first mindset that you had, which was, well, you know, it's not going to happen, so I'm going to relax. You're saying that you learned from that, and what you done, you kept your foot on the pedal, you kept focus on your goal, and you didn't take your eyes off, which meant you had to keep going regardless of what was happening outside of you. You made sure that you were focused on what was going on inside, which was your goal to become the best. So if you don't have a fight set, you continue training. So that brings up to me what I went through. There was times in my career where I had like 8 months, I had no promoter left, nothing was going on, and I didn't even know when my next fight was. What I done was I trained so hard during the time when I had no promoter, no plans for the future, but in my head, I believed that it was gonna change, and it wasn't gonna always be like this, and when it did, I was gonna be ready. And what happened was a guy came along and my trainer found a sponsor. So we know that's really important. So all the sponsors out there helping fighters, thank you so much. You know, you're the ones that's able to keep the food on the plate, and it's a great weight off our shoulders when we get some help. So what would you say to fighters who don't have any sponsors? How would you, how would you encourage them, Mike?
It's a hard sport. Like, for example, in our gym, there's 7 boxers. 3 are already pros that have fought me, my brother, and another lad, and 4 that are in the process of turning pro. But for the last year, everything slowed everything down, right? But every single person in that gym I've watched have stayed hungry all year round. Like, when there's no fights, there's no light at the end of the tunnel yet, but they're still turning up to the gym, still not missing sessions. Right, every single time. Like, there was only 2 of us 7 that actually fought last year in 2020. But everyone's kept the same mindset, and that keeps me motivated.
That's a powerful message. That's a powerful message right there. So to be able to keep focus, we need to have a goal then, Mike.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing you saying. We need to have a goal first, because without a goal, what steers the ship? What steers the ship of the mind? What keeps us going at to go in a certain place, to go where we go in the car, we put in a sat nav, we put in a destination. That keeps us going to where we want to go. We know we can't go off there because it will lead us somewhere else. So Mike, I want to thank you, brother, because you've been a really powerful guest. You've let us into your life. You let us understand a bit about the struggle, and our sponsors have really been the answer to your prayers to keep the food on your table during this time. What date was your last fight?
I boxed October. He came to get me out in October.
Brilliant. When's your
I'm ready to go now. I'm ready to go now, you know. No date yet. Maybe March. Hoping March, but we don't know yet.
Mike, we're all hoping that you get a fight very soon. Really excited about watching you. We're going to be following your career.
Thank you.
There's even more people following you after seeing you on this. And we wish you the very best. I want to thank you for your time. I want to say God bless you, my brother.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.
Thanks so much, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. We thank Mike so much for being able to come on. Is there someone else that's coming on? Paul, are you there, my brother? Rosie, you're inspired. Yes, my brother. Yes, my brother. Bless you, man. Bless you. You versus you. A very special guy in my life. Ahmed, very special guy. I worked with him on a school program, and now he runs his own organization. So check him out. YOUVYOU on Twitter and Insta. He's doing great work, helping refugees get education, jobs, just home to change their lives. We're waiting for Paul.
Yeah, I'll take you.
Now, why don't we request for Paul and then he can join us? Because Paul's really don't know what time it is on Insta. His is Paul Lives Again. Paul, we're gonna try and there you are. Paul Lives Again 85.
Oh, not the other one. Okay.
Paul Bryden Lives Again 85. Paul, there he is. Paul just went missing, man. Paul Bryden Lives Again. Paul, we're waiting for you to come on. And if I should even say anything, making the mind bulletproof. Exactly. Paul's got the Inspiring Future Champions hat on. A goal without a plan is just a wish. I read that today as well, Tony. So that's awesome that you put it in there. A goal without a plan is just a wish. And thank you, legend. No, thank you, Ahmed. Thank you. You've been such a blessing in my life. To see, I'm privileged with after what Kyan's allowed me to be able to do with his life is create legacy by impacting other young people so they could follow my son's route of living his best life now. See, that's what my son was doing. My son was living his best life now. You know, a lot of kids say, when I get older, when I get big, forget that, you're alive today. My son was loving people today. He was caring about people today. He was doing all the things that he wanted to do today. If he played a match, he played the best match that he could ever play. You know, if he met people, he would meet the best. Okay, you versus you. Ahmed, come on. Come on and just say hello to everyone, please. I'm inviting Ahmed on because he's such an inspiration. You know, this platform is about.
Yes, legend.
And my man, I know you've been praying for this.
Yes, legend.
You know, what did you see when I first met you, bro?
Oh, you know what? When we first met, it was like I was just looking for that person that I can connect with. You know, because when I came to I was in care, and I don't even speak that much English. And at that moment, I've been homeless for like 2 weeks. You know, at the age of 14, they moved into the care system, and you know how there's that stigma around if you're a young person in care, you never do well. You either end up in jail or you end up on the street. And for me, not many people understand my situation. So I remember the first session in school, when I came to your session and you sat everyone down and you're like, why are you late? You know, that too was what I needed at that time, because people don't know my circumstance. No one knew my story apart from my social worker or my foster mom. And since then, I never missed a session. Then when I get to hear about your story, you know, Kyan as well is a footballer, and at that time I was playing for the school. I just saw that connection. So you're like a godsend to my life, you know, and I've been, you know, following what you're doing to a stage where you became a mentor as well. And there are moments in my life that you've actually helped me where I thought, you know what, Ahmed, this is the end. And I remember there was a day, I will never forget, I called you and I said, Mark, where are you? And you said, you're in my office. You said, Ahmed, what's going on? I said, I think I'm going to get deported back to my country. And you're like, no way, what's going on? You know, you went to school here. Why would you be deported? And I said, well, I've been staying on 2.5 years, leave to remain. I have no passport. I haven't done anything wrong. And you say to me, what do you need? And I said, I just need a reference. I just need a character reference. And I had my solicitor around you, and all the reference that you gave me about the person I am was the reason why I'm still in this country today, 10 years on. I'm still here, you know, having you versus you, doing all my programs. And not just that, you didn't just helped me at a younger age. When I started my foundation as well, I spoke to you and you say to me, these are the things that you need to put in place. But then if we have so many people like yourself, Mark, honestly, many young people like myself, we have faith, we believe in the system, we believe in, the older generation, because what you've done for me, you've taken me, I live in Tottenham, Northumberland Park, there's so many illegal stuff happening down there, but you've taken me from that environment to a much bigger platform where today I'm having people sponsoring my organization, giving me funding to help the refugees, children in care, young children, homeless people. You took me to the parliament. I was a refugee, but then you took me 2 years ago to number 10 Downing Street, where even celebrities couldn't walk into, but I was there. And not just being there, I met Harry Redknapp, Mark. For that, Harry met me. We spoke with Harry. He took me to Southend Football Club, professional football. And you've actually helped me from speaking to Evening Standard, to speaking to BBC, to speaking to TV News. Like, I'm just growing and growing and growing. Like, honestly, you're one in a million, and every time my family knows you, my family in Africa know you, my wife, my kids, they all know you because of the help you've done for me. And if not for you, I wouldn't know where I would be. Because when people ask me about mentoring and they said 6 months, 2 weeks, I said, no, mentoring is a lifetime. And I use yourself, I said, I've met you since when I was the age of 15. I'm now 25. And we're still talking. And you've never stopped supporting me. And I said, this is a mentor. This is more than mentoring. And every time I talk about Mark, I say, you're somebody that has changed my life. And this is the reason why I'm here today. I can still be chasing football, wanted to become a professional footballer. But what you're doing in our society, changing the lives of many young people, including myself, is the reason why I said, you know what, this is what I want to do. And I came up with you versus you. And today I'm changing the life of so many young people, going into school, talking in assembly, helping all these refugees that come to our country, making them feel value of themselves, to say, you know what, the future is bright and every young person deserves a chance to live a beautiful life, just like what you've always said. And I just wanted to come onto this platform to talk about how you've helped me to become the person I am today. I'm a father, married man with 2 beautiful kids. And honestly, respect, man. I really respect you so much. And that for that reason, I'll always call you a legend, because you've made a massive impact in my life. And you've always continued to support me. Every time I call you, whatever time of the day, you're there for me. And I know you do this for any other young person as well. I wish you have so many more friends in our society today. Honestly, you're the person that we should be seeing on TV, on the radio, front of newspapers, positive work that you're doing. And so many young people, I don't know who's on this platform, but they should all look to, be someone like yourself, or even make their child listen to what you said, because I still remember those words that you say to me when I was the last day of school. You actually said, Ahmed, you signed on my uniform and you said, Ahmed, you're going into the real world. At that moment, that didn't click in until, a year later, 2 years later, I was like, wow. And I still have that uniform up to today. And when I looked at that uniform, I only look at the message you wrote, because that really makes so much sense to my life now. And honestly, like, thank you very, very much. I've been through, hard life. I've been tempted to do the wrong thing, but having someone like yourself in my life that I will always call to be like, Mark, I've got no money today. How can I survive on £36 a week from the social local authority? I'm mature, but you're like, Ahmed, don't worry, never give up. One day you will be fine. This is me today, 10 years in the UK, making a difference.
Thank you so much, Ahmed.
God bless you, Ahmed.
Do you know what, bro? What you've done is make me look at my little boy behind me and my mum, and just, it's really made me realize this is a result of the impact that they've had in my life. This is as a result. You're getting from me what my mum passed down to me. You're getting from me what Kyan taught me, because I learned lots and lots of lessons from death, from living, with being with my son, living with my son, having him in my life. It's taught me a lot, and I'm able to do this because the reason I never once thought about this, I mean, I've never looked at or what I'm doing for Ahmed or what I'm doing for anyone. It's not about that for me. And as you're talking, I'm so humble, bro, because I'm just a vessel. I'm just a conduit to be used, create love. So whenever we're demonstrating our love for people, we're demonstrating the spirit, because we're not just flesh, we're spirit. So I'm connected to my creator, and as he flows through me, and I learn from my mom and I learn from my son, I just give it to you. So I just want to thank you, listen to you, because you're really thanking God for what he's done, and he's just used me to do it. So he's the man. My son's been used by him. My mum's been used by him. We're all just conduits. We're all just messengers. If we allow God's love in our heart, we are our brother's keeper.
Yes.
And we shouldn't focus on the differences. We should focus on what connects us. And our heart what connects all of us. We need to have everyone. And I was going to ask you loads of questions, but you've just smashed it and knocked me out the ballpark. But, you know, I just remember the times I had with you guys. Do you know, I was looking at a picture with you and all the other men there that I trained for about a year. We spent a year together. That head teacher, oh God, can I forget his name? Head teacher.
Mr. Mr. Appleton. Yeah.
Yes, I invited him to the Old Bailey as well for the investiture down there.
You see?
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah, we talk on Twitter. Yeah, we still talk on Twitter. Yeah, we are still connected.
We need great teachers. You know, we need great teachers that care about the people. Because I've been in other schools, the teachers don't always care about the pupils. They care about what money's been spent, what's been invested in them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we don't spend money to get these new books and get all these other stuff, but we can't spend money to seed into the children's life, the life skills that they're going to need to move forward in the future, the inspiration, the knowledge they're going to need to apply for the future. So I think everyone plays their role to make it every young person on their journey. Everyone from parents to teachers to strangers in the street. I remember a time when I saw a bunch of girls, all and guys, was all huddled, but they were on the corner of the street. And I saw people coming around the corner and they looked fearful. They looked fearful to cross the kids that was going out in the road. So as an adult, I felt it was my duty to show love to these children and make them aware of what they wasn't aware of. So I gently said, hi guys, come, I just want to share something with you. And I said to him, I don't know if you've noticed, but when people come around the corner, you lot are so like hype and loud and noisy. To them, you seem really fearful, and you've made no them to pass. So if you could just be a bit aware of the impact that you have on the street when you're with your friend, I think that would be really helpful, and your parents would be real proud of you to know that you're treating people how you would like them to be treated, bruv. They received, we had a conversation, we talked together, the girls about, you know, their futures, and it was lovely. And it reminded me once again how we can look at young people and their behavior and forget that we were just like that when we were young. We didn't care about nothing else but making noise, friends, and having fun. And that's what they were doing. They didn't recognize.
And I think that's what makes you different, you know, from any other person, because you share you share your own journey. You're successful today, but you still talk about, you know, where you made your mistakes, things you could have done, and young people can feel so connected to that. And when you were still doing those training with us, all of us has, you know, our own story. And what we needed is someone that has been through that journey that still have that confidence to share their mistakes with us. So we feel like, okay, we're human, but we can learn from this person. And that's what makes you different in what you do today. That's why so many young people always feel so connected to you and listen to what you say. You know, we're just a blessing in our society. Honestly, you're such a blessing in our society.
I appreciate your life so much. You're a testament to how someone can have nothing, come from somewhere that all odds are stacked against them, but you can create a new life. You can reframe your story of not that I don't have a chance, I don't have a future, but listen, there's always opportunities for those who want it. If you don't set your seat low and you set it high, but you fall short, at least you just fall short of reaching the sky. And that's what you've done, my friend. So now you are the legend. Now you get to be judged.
No way near what you've done. I'm still learning.
Yeah. Now, everyone gets gassed about themselves and wants to be the big man and, you know, wants to be all in there, everyone talking about them. But I want to create leaders. You know, what if I get all the praise and when something happens to me, then it's my turn to go, then what have I done? If there's no one following in my footsteps behind. I know that many guys that are leaders are walking in leadership positions that are creating opportunities for others and aren't just thinking about themselves. Raz, stop eating my food. The bird's eating my food, Ahmed. He's on my plate. Bruv, you're but bro, this guy's gonna teeth my saltfish fritters, man. Yo, bro, the game, man.
No, honestly, because even or everyone from school, you know, whenever they say, because they've seen my pictures with you, things that we've done, they always say, please, when you see Mark, tell him we said hi, tell him we said hello, tell him we said thank you, you know, for what you've done to, you know, in our life like 7, 8 years ago. But people still remember you, you know, for the good things that you've done. You know, people still remember all the good, great things that you've been doing.
I truly
I'm a living product of what Kyan Prince Foundation is doing. You know, I wasn't the only person that said that. David said the same thing. Jordan said the same thing. Martha said the same thing. You know, Mr. Atherton till date, you know, on Twitter, he still talks to me about the, you know, all the mentoring that you've done when we were in school. And like you said, if people, you know, on that platform will come out and be like, it's not about the money. We want to create another me. You know, we want to create another person that would, you know, come out and be that legacy, you know, make a difference in people's life. And that's why, you know, we'll be so blessed to have many more friends. But now that we have you, just keep doing what you're doing, honestly. And we will continue to learn from your great work that you've been doing.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. I would just want to let everyone know once again, please support this young man.
Yeah.
I've created this platform for you, the people. Share your stories, reflect on your life, inspire other people, let's create solutions for the stuff that we're going through to help us to become better. And I believe the way that we really become successful is by lifting other people up, helping other people along the way. We don't need to blow our own trumpet. Here's me. No, you blow other people's trumpet, and then other people will blow yours. So that's the success model. Continue with your work. Ahmed. Lots more people are going to be supporting you doing your thing. South American Queen, bless you. But Ahmed, take care, my brother.
Thank you, legend. Thank you very much. Much love. Thank you. Take care. Take care. Bye.
If you need any support with anything, any help, just give me a shout. All right, brother?
Thank you. Thank you. We'll do. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye.
You and your family, bro.
Take care.
That was just so moving. That was so moving.
Wow.
My boy, we got some questions to go over now. Thank you for everyone. It's all about being real. Be yourself. That's so important. We're trying to be who we're not. And we're not happy with who we are because we're trying to fit into someone else's shoes. Listen, I'm going to say that again because it's so important. You cannot fit into someone else's shoes, into their face masks, into their model. You can't. This journey from being young, from being a kid, is about finding you. I didn't realize that. You know, from when we're young, we're talked about with, oh, who's your idol? Who's in what idol? You are the model. You are the shape of you. There is no idol. You can look to some people and say, okay, I like that model. I like that. Oh, okay, I'll make sure I've got that included in mine, but it's yours. There ain't another Ali. There ain't another Floyd Mayweather. There ain't. So stop everyone trying to be that. Stop everyone trying to be someone else. Kids always trying to fit in and be the road man. That's dead. It is so dead. You've got so much gangsters, former gangsters, turning their life around, telling you that life is dead. You've got so much man that used to shop, sell drugs, have come to an awakening, realize the wickedness that they've been contributing to their community, that they now want to try and teach you the opposite. Why continue to follow this mindset? Why continue to pick up your knife? Why? Is it your ego or is it your hurt? Is there things going on in your life that's hurt you and you're hurting now and you're hurting others? Because I've always said this, hurting people hurt people. If you're hurting, you've been robbed, you've been hurt, things have gone on in your life, seek help. Okay, go on platforms, holler at me. I'll do anything to help you within my power, within my influence. All right, guys, and social media makes this worse for our young Mark. Fake lives, it so does. The social media is so powerful and so negative at the same time. Okay, you know, phones so awesome and useful and so negative at the same time. So maybe we need to develop the skills, okay, 100%. It's the skills that we need to focus on so we can help young people to be aware of the dangers and to be able to utilize this technology, this powerful technology that can either take down our youths or bring them back. Paul lives again. Here's a question.
So this person asks, after suffering tragedy and or hitting a brick wall, I suppose, in your career or life, what main things would you tell yourself to continue to strive forward, remain positive, and ultimately be where you are now? They said, I feel I would have been broken.
Okay, good question. So what are the things that does what?
So what main things would you tell yourself?
Okay.
To
so
keep positive.
Okay, that's a really powerful question because that person wants to know what's going on in my mind, because a lot of us don't realize it's the thoughts and the belief system that we have that allows us to move in the direction that we're going in. So because I told myself things like, when I heard why Cayenne, why, and I thought to myself, well, why not my child? Why not someone in my family? Things are happening in people's families every day. And what's happening is that we sort of got this feeling and this thought without actually thinking it, that that's not going to happen to me. I was one of those people. So now I understand anything can happen to me. Another one of my youths could die, God forbid. But what you have to do is recognize that by God's grace, here we go every day. We accept the things that happen, because what's the point in not accepting it? Because what you've done is stopped your flow, you've stopped your energy. It's almost like running out of petrol along your route to go to your destination. You don't move on until you find a petrol station, fill up those little green tank things, put it in your car, now you can move on. Okay, so here's a metaphor for you. You have to realize until you change and put some new petrol in, you can't move forward. So if you're feeling that you can't accept what's happened in your life and what has been so difficult for you to accept, that you stay in one place, you turn to the bottle, it allows you to go into depression, because what happens, you never just stay still. It develops. Whatever direction you go in, it strengthens. So if you're saying, I can't handle this, this is too much for me, I can't take this, your mind just takes in the information. I can't handle this, I can't take this. But when I say it, I have a comeback. When I said it to God, I can't handle this, So you are going to have to give me the strength to go through it. So I believed that I had a supernatural power that was bringing about the results that you see today. You're seeing supernatural powers, and you're seeing a combination of decision making, because you have to have a level of faith to do anything. You got to have a level of faith to even believe in demons. So you have to have a level of faith to believe in whatever it is. But my level of belief is at such a level that it's been able to produce what I've produced through KPF, individuals like Ahmed, on the back of the worst thing that any parent would want to happen to them, or could have a nightmare about. No one wants it to happen. You know, you have nightmares about the worst things happening. That's it. Your kid being murdered. It don't get worse than that. So on the back of my decision making and what I decided in my mind that I can go on, but through God's strength and power, and believing in that has led me here. Because he's not a God that ignores us. He's not just up there, left us down here getting on with stuff. You know, investigate that for yourself, like I have, and ask God, if you're real, like I need to know this. Like, make yourself real to me. So it's really about here. You only get what you believe for. Okay. Even when you're dealing with God, you're only going to get what you believe him for. I believed him to turn this around for me. So that's what I got. God's turned it around for me. What else you got? Another question, my darling?
Why can't we stop people who are at the rut right before they get into 100?
Now that's beautiful, but I want to read what this person said. No, Norman, yeah. Hard as it is, Mark, my most valuable lessons come through my darkest times. Very old saying, but this is true. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Listen, truth. Right there, truth. My champion boy Dean's home as well. What going, Dino? Mark Prince, champion mentality, straight up enforcing the power of negatives with positive. Exactly right. So the question was, sorry, let me handle this question before time runs out. What going, Kishan, my champion son?
Why can't we stop people who are at the rut right before they get into that road and can't come back?
Okay, so why can't we stop people who get in the rut before they get in the rut? Okay, one, we have a system, a current model that doesn't do that. Okay, our educational system doesn't do that. So what educational system does, it deals with things after the fact. So we've got a system that doesn't teach us and help us to understand psychology and how our mind works. It wants to teach us maths, English to get us into jobs, geography, history, and all these art to get us into jobs, okay? But it doesn't teach us the power of the mind and how the mind works, and emotional intelligence, where we can make a choice and we're in control of our destiny. And it's not people that got us angry, but people done something to us, and we chose in the end, out of the various different choices we had, was to end up getting angry and doing what we done. Now, we can also have a choice about, when we get angry, what to do with that anger. Nothing wrong, we get angry. Everyone has that emotion. Don't get upset about it. It's an emotion that we have. We all human beings have it. But what do we do when we're angry? And this is where the problem begins, because what we're young people are seeing from our young and our olders is that they're taking out weapons. They're feeling violated, so we have to do this. So it becomes the norm. Okay. So the question was,
why can't we stop?
Why can't we stop it? The model that we currently have, that's why we started the Kai and Prince Foundation, because in my head, I was saying, why can't we recreate another model? And when we have ideas, we can't look to other people to start it. If you got the vision, bro, if you got the vision, sis, it starts with you. You create the vision that is in your mind.
When you say that sometimes the decision was already made in your mind way before the action came.
How do you mean?
Because sometimes we've made a decision all up in here before going in that rut. You've made a decision. You've told yourself that you're going there, but subconsciously you don't say it out loud, but you know what you've conceived in your mind it comes out in your action.
Or what, like, if someone ever done that to me, I'd bore them, I'd pump them up, I'd tell them about their mother. What you mean like that before the situation occurs?
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So you've already established your mindset beforehand. So, but then again, you could say that, and I done that. I sat with my boys and said, if anyone ever violate my children, I'm going inside for life because I'm gonna kill them. They're gonna be 6 foot under. But going through the process, that was my turn. I'd gone through enough growth in my life where I was able to not move on emotions anymore. I was able to move on decision making and what I wanted in life. Not because Hannah had made me feel like this, does it mean I have to action the feeling. Just because I feel like punching in the face because you violated me in the shop and you said things, don't mean I have to act on it.
But that's where emotional intelligence is lacking.
That's
because
correct.
Some people aren't aware that you actually have got a choice. In your anger, you have got a choice.
Yes.
And you can access that choice and apply it.
Yes, as Dr. Motivator just said, as a man thinketh, so is he. Get that book. As a man thinks, so is he. Awesome book. Okay, so I wanted to talk to Paul. Paul, do you mind me just, it doesn't come over as strong. I need the person to come on. I've got someone really special. He's a dead man and he comes back to life. I'm going to try you one more time, Paul. I'm going to try you one more time. Guys, if this works, I'm going to be so excited. This is a dead man walking. We talk about, like, are you there, Paul?
He's at the hospital, so it's a bit hard.
Paul, you there?
He is. Hospital.
You almost manipulate your... Yeah, you do.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Paul. It's going round, though, so you haven't moved. But I can hear you. The negative response deviates from your goal. I can hear you, bruv. But you keep going out and in. It's a really bad reception. I know at the moment, Paul's in hospital. He's a dead man that's come back to life to tell us what it's like to be dead.
Sorry, get into death.
And how we got to the point of death. It's amazing. I'm amazed.
Paul, I'd suggest maybe next week we go somewhere else.
Oh, it's after 6.
In the hospital.
Our 1 hour of reflection and motivation or inspiration has come to an end. I want to give Paul and his family a shout out. Charlotte, Ernie Prince, she was named one of his boys after me. Lily, Archie, Chloe, I want to thank God for you, your family. This is Paul's family, basically. I can't help saying it. A dead man back, dead man walking. He lives again. Amazing. Tune in next week for Paul Bryden's story. I want to give a quick shout out. As I said, these platforms for lifting up others. I love young people. There's a group of young guys that I know, Rahul, David, and Sebin. They have, throughout this time, working on a product called Simply Spice, and it's a wonderful product. I just got my product the other day. It's spices. You can make a meal. It's got the menu. It's awesome. Everyone's doing all kind of takeaways. Do your meals. Go and look on my stories and stuff. You'll see the meals that I put up yesterday. It's about cooking with your family. I was cooking with my daughter, cooking with my niece. It's such great fun, engaging, talking. It's beautiful. And then you eat afterwards the lovely food you made. But please check this out. These guys are inspirational. www.simply-spice.com. Okay, Rahul, David, and Sebin, we salute you because you guys are the leaders in this. Any young person that's creating their vision in their mind and they're working on it and bringing it to life. You are made in God's image. He spoke and it was. We speak and it is. I said I was going to be a champion. I became a champ. Rahul said, I'm going to start a business with David and Sebin, and he has. And it's legit. Let's support each other. Let's go on to www.simply-spice.com. DMspice.com and get these spices and support these young men who ain't selling drugs, ain't doing only per man is hurting people. They're being constructive and doing what's right and building up their community. So let's support these guys. Thank you, Rahul,
And
for my package.
For those who would like to come on and chat with Mark, I would suggest that you speak to us during the week so we know who wants to come on. I'm not sure who these people are, Mark. Do you know who they are? These people, this person wants to come on.
I don't know. But we're finished now because we've got an hour. And we've gone over the hour. So guys, if you've hollered me at the last minute, can you message me so we can sort you out and get you in for next Sunday? Okay? Yes. Every Sunday, tell your friends there's an hour of reflection and inspiration and we could grow, support each other. I want to hear, let's get deep. Let's get deep into lives. Let's hear people's stories and let's learn from them and let's grow from it, because everyone's going through problems in their relationships with their children. There's so many parents going through shit with their kids at home right now. Okay? So let's deal with these things. Message me, DM me. You know, let me know what you want to cover. Send me questions that you want me to answer online to deal with. And then we'll always have a guest on. Yes, Simply Spice UK. Thank you, guys. Website
they're saying that the website can't be reached.
Oh, really? No, they said the website is
www.co.uk.
Oh, .co.uk.
Okay.
My apologies, guys. It's .co.uk.
Okay, thanks. Prepare something for next week.
Next Sunday, I'll prepare beautiful, beautiful. Guys, prepare something for next week. See you next week, Mark and Dizzy. Beautiful Lions Den dash box. Thank you. Can we have a parents educating their kids? Yeah, please DM me.
Next week,
please DM me and we'll sort this out and we'll get you. We'll talk about the things that you guys want to cover so we can create solutions together about the issues that we're having on a daily basis. Real gentlemen, keep up the good work. Bless you, DCB. God bless you guys. Guys, take care. Remember, you're not alone. You're not alone. We're all going through it together. So let's live, love, and forgive. Take care, guys.
Take care. Bye, everyone. See you, Tanisa.
Another great session. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Can't wait to be a lovely next week. Love, love. Blessings. Great show. Beautiful, Stevie. Beautiful. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
You can wrap it up, babe. Love it. Awesome.
Take care, guys.
Thank you for your messages, Mike, Tony. God bless you, man. Lee, awesome, brother. Awesome. Simply Spice. Boom. I don't even know how to end it.
There's an X.
Bye. Easy, Dave. Lovely, Terry. Awesome.
Lovely. Take care, guys. God bless you.
Share it, guys. Share this, all right, guys? Just share it. 2 Sundays in a row, you lift me.
Oh, God bless you.
Keep it. I love you, Norman. Let's keep it rolling then. Just keep it rolling. Ready? Okay.